每天练习英语听、说、练，与我们一起提升你的语言技能。完成后，在我们的应用程式里多加练习。免费，连结在下方。开始练习吧。
I want to learn a new skill this year. I want to learn a new skill this year.
今年我想学一项新的技能。
I want to learn a new skill this year. I want to learn a new skill this year. She is taking a class after work. She is taking a class after work.
她下班后有去上课。
She is taking a class after work. She is taking a class after work. He practices guitar for 20 minutes daily. He practices guitar for 20 minutes daily.
他每天练吉他20分钟。
He practices guitar for 20 minutes daily. He practices guitar for 20 minutes daily. They watch videos to learn how to code. They watch videos to learn how to code.
他们看影片学怎么写程式。
They watch videos to learn how to code. They watch videos to learn how to code. I signed up for an online course. I signed up for an online course.
我报名了一门线上课程。
I signed up for an online course. I signed up for an online course. Marcus asked for tips on learning Spanish. Marcus asked for tips on learning Spanish.
Marcus 问了学西班牙文的诀窍。
Marcus asked for tips on learning Spanish. Marcus asked for tips on learning Spanish. Nina tries one lesson each morning. Nina tries one lesson each morning.
Nina 每天早上学一课。
Nina tries one lesson each morning. Nina tries one lesson each morning. We learn by doing small steps. We learn by doing small steps.
我们用小步骤来学习。
We learn by doing small steps. We learn by doing small steps. I made a plan to study more. I made a plan to study more.
我定了一个要多读书的计划。
I made a plan to study more. I made a plan to study more. My goal is to learn basic cooking. My goal is to learn basic cooking.
我的目标是学会基本的料理。
My goal is to learn basic cooking. My goal is to learn basic cooking. Ava needs help with her typing speed. Ava needs help with her typing speed.
Ava 需要帮忙提升打字速度。
Ava needs help with her typing speed. Ava needs help with her typing speed. I joined a group for beginners. I joined a group for beginners.
我加入了一个新手社团。
I joined a group for beginners. I joined a group for beginners. He uses an app to track progress. He uses an app to track progress.
他用一个 app 来追踪进度。
He uses an app to track progress. He uses an app to track progress. She takes notes during every lesson. She takes notes during every lesson.
他每一堂课都会做笔记。
She takes notes during every lesson. She takes notes during every lesson. I ask questions when I feel stuck. I ask questions when I feel stuck.
我卡住时就会发问。
I ask questions when I feel stuck. I ask questions when I feel stuck. Practice makes progress, not perfection. Practice makes progress, not perfection.
练习带来的是进步，不是完美。
Practice makes progress, not perfection. Practice makes progress, not perfection. He sets a timer for study time. He sets a timer for study time.
他为读书时间设定计时器。
He sets a timer for study time. He sets a timer for study time. I learn best with short, simple tasks. I learn best with short, simple tasks.
我最适合用短而简单的任务来学习。
I learn best with short, simple tasks. I learn best with short, simple tasks. She repeats new words out loud. She repeats new words out loud.
他把新单字大声重复练习。
She repeats new words out loud. She repeats new words out loud. We review yesterday's lesson before moving on. We review yesterday's lesson before moving on.
我们在往下之前会先复习昨天的课程。
We review yesterday's lesson before moving on. We review yesterday's lesson before moving on. I like to learn from mistakes. I like to learn from mistakes.
我喜欢从错误中学习。
I like to learn from mistakes. I like to learn from mistakes. He celebrates small wins each week. He celebrates small wins each week.
他每周都会庆祝小小的成果。
He celebrates small wins each week. He celebrates small wins each week. She reads a guide to start safely. She reads a guide to start safely.
他先读一份指南，确保能安全开始。
She reads a guide to start safely. She reads a guide to start safely. I learn from watching other people. I learn from watching other people.
我透过观察别人来学习。
I learn from watching other people. I learn from watching other people. We try new methods when one fails. We try new methods when one fails.
当一种方法失效时，我们就尝试新的方法。
We try new methods when one fails. We try new methods when one fails. He asks a friend to check his work. He asks a friend to check his work.
他请朋友帮他检查他的工作成果。
He asks a friend to check his work. He asks a friend to check his work. She finds a tutor for extra help. She finds a tutor for extra help.
他找了一位家教来提供额外的帮助。
She finds a tutor for extra help. She finds a tutor for extra help. I write down new ideas to try. I write down new ideas to try.
我把想尝试的新点子记下来。
I write down new ideas to try. I write down new ideas to try. We schedule practice on the calendar. We schedule practice on the calendar.
我们把练习排进行事历。
We schedule practice on the calendar. We schedule practice on the calendar. He saves links to helpful websites. He saves links to helpful websites.
他把有用的网站连结存起来。
He saves links to helpful websites. He saves links to helpful websites. She keeps her tools ready to use. She keeps her tools ready to use.
她把工具随时准备好可以使用。
She keeps her tools ready to use. She keeps her tools ready to use. I record my practice sessions. I record my practice sessions.
我把练习录下来。
I record my practice sessions. I record my practice sessions. We set clear goals for each week. We set clear goals for each week.
我们为每周设定清楚的目标。
We set clear goals for each week. We set clear goals for each week. He starts with easy tasks first. He starts with easy tasks first.
他先从简单的任务开始。
He starts with easy tasks first. He starts with easy tasks first. She breaks big skills into small parts. She breaks big skills into small parts.
他把复杂的技能拆成小部分。
She breaks big skills into small parts. She breaks big skills into small parts. I repeat hard steps until they feel easy. I repeat hard steps until they feel easy.
困难的步骤我会反复练到变得轻松为止。
I repeat hard steps until they feel easy. I repeat hard steps until they feel easy. We make flashcards for key terms. We make flashcards for key terms.
我们做关键词汇的抽认卡。
We make flashcards for key terms. We make flashcards for key terms. He studies in a quiet place. He studies in a quiet place.
他在安静的地方读书。
He studies in a quiet place. He studies in a quiet place. She turns off her phone to focus. She turns off her phone to focus.
他把手机关掉以便专心。
She turns off her phone to focus. She turns off her phone to focus. I ask for feedback from my coach. I ask for feedback from my coach.
我请教练给我回馈。
I ask for feedback from my coach. I ask for feedback from my coach. We compare notes after class. We compare notes after class.
我们下课后互相对照笔记。
We compare notes after class. We compare notes after class. He learns from free library workshops. He learns from free library workshops.
他透过图书馆的免费工作坊学习。
He learns from free library workshops. He learns from free library workshops. She practices with a study partner. She practices with a study partner.
他和学习伙伴一起练习。
She practices with a study partner. She practices with a study partner. I try to learn one thing a day. I try to learn one thing a day.
我每天试著学一件事。
I try to learn one thing a day. I try to learn one thing a day. We slow down to avoid mistakes. We slow down to avoid mistakes.
我们放慢速度以避免犯错。
We slow down to avoid mistakes. We slow down to avoid mistakes. He writes a checklist for practice. He writes a checklist for practice.
他写了一张练习的检查清单。
He writes a checklist for practice. He writes a checklist for practice. She watches a tutorial twice. She watches a tutorial twice.
他把教学影片看2遍。
She watches a tutorial twice. She watches a tutorial twice. I try different teachers to find a fit. I try different teachers to find a fit.
我尝试不同的老师以找到合适的老师。
I try different teachers to find a fit. I try different teachers to find a fit. We measure progress every Friday. We measure progress every Friday.
我们每周5检视进度。
We measure progress every Friday. We measure progress every Friday. He keeps a simple learning journal. He keeps a simple learning journal.
他维持一本简单的学习日志。
He keeps a simple learning journal. He keeps a simple learning journal. She sets a reminder to practice nightly. She sets a reminder to practice nightly.
他设定提醒，每晚要练习。
She sets a reminder to practice nightly. She sets a reminder to practice nightly. I join a beginner forum online. I join a beginner forum online.
我在网络上加入了新手论坛。
I join a beginner forum online. I join a beginner forum online. We follow a step-by-step plan. We follow a step-by-step plan.
我们遵循一步一步的计划。
We follow a step-by-step plan. We follow a step-by-step plan. He reads articles about learning strategies. He reads articles about learning strategies.
他阅读关于学习策略的文章。
He reads articles about learning strategies. He reads articles about learning strategies. She asks, "Can you show me again?" She asks, "Can you show me again?"
他问，你可以再示范一次吗？
She asks, "Can you show me again?" She asks, "Can you show me again?" I say, "I don't understand yet." I say, "I don't understand yet."
我说，我还没懂。
I say, "I don't understand yet." I say, "I don't understand yet." We take short breaks between tasks. We take short breaks between tasks.
我们在任务之间会短暂休息。
We take short breaks between tasks. We take short breaks between tasks. He stays patient with hard lessons. He stays patient with hard lessons.
面对困难的课程，他保持耐心。
He stays patient with hard lessons. He stays patient with hard lessons. She listens to advice from mentors. She listens to advice from mentors.
他聆听导师的建议。
She listens to advice from mentors. She listens to advice from mentors. I start small and build up. I start small and build up.
我从小地方开始，慢慢累积。
I start small and build up. I start small and build up. We use examples to understand better. We use examples to understand better.
我们用例子来更好地理解。
We use examples to understand better. We use examples to understand better. He practices slowly, then speeds up. He practices slowly, then speeds up.
他先慢慢练，再加快速度。
He practices slowly, then speeds up. He practices slowly, then speeds up. She learns keyboard shortcuts to save time. She learns keyboard shortcuts to save time.
他学习键盘快速键来节省时间。
She learns keyboard shortcuts to save time. She learns keyboard shortcuts to save time. I focus on one skill at a time. I focus on one skill at a time.
我一次专注在一项技能上。
I focus on one skill at a time. I focus on one skill at a time. We avoid multitasking during practice. We avoid multitasking during practice.
我们在练习时避免多工。
We avoid multitasking during practice. We avoid multitasking during practice. He learns from a podcast on weekends. He learns from a podcast on weekends.
他周末透过 podcast 学习。
He learns from a podcast on weekends. He learns from a podcast on weekends. She signs up for a beginner workshop. She signs up for a beginner workshop.
他报名了一个初学者的工作坊。
She signs up for a beginner workshop. She signs up for a beginner workshop. I watch my progress over 3 months. I watch my progress over 3 months.
我追踪自己3个月的进度。
I watch my progress over 3 months. I watch my progress over 3 months. We ask others how they learned. We ask others how they learned.
我们询问别人他们是怎么学的。
We ask others how they learned. We ask others how they learned. He tries a new method each week. He tries a new method each week.
他每周尝试一种新方法。
He tries a new method each week. He tries a new method each week. She keeps going, even when it is hard. She keeps going, even when it is hard.
即使很难，他也持续下去。
She keeps going, even when it is hard. She keeps going, even when it is hard. I study a little bit every day. I study a little bit every day.
我每天学一点点。
I study a little bit every day. I study a little bit every day. We learn better with clear instructions. We learn better with clear instructions.
有清楚的指示，我们学得更好。
We learn better with clear instructions. We learn better with clear instructions. He checks his work before turning it in. He checks his work before turning it in.
他在交出作业前会先检查。
He checks his work before turning it in. He checks his work before turning it in. She uses a mentor's checklist. She uses a mentor's checklist.
他使用导师提供的检查清单。
She uses a mentor's checklist. She uses a mentor's checklist. I learn from both success and failure. I learn from both success and failure.
我从成功与失败中都能学到东西。
I learn from both success and failure. I learn from both success and failure. We tell each other what worked. We tell each other what worked.
我们彼此分享哪些方法有效。
We tell each other what worked. We tell each other what worked. He sets a deadline for each goal. He sets a deadline for each goal.
他为每个目标设定截止日期。
He sets a deadline for each goal. He sets a deadline for each goal. She prints a guide for quick review. She prints a guide for quick review.
他把指南列印出来以便快速复习。
She prints a guide for quick review. She prints a guide for quick review. I make mistakes and learn from them. I make mistakes and learn from them.
我会犯错，并从中学习。
I make mistakes and learn from them. I make mistakes and learn from them. We create a quiet study corner. We create a quiet study corner.
我们打造一个安静的读书角落。
We create a quiet study corner. We create a quiet study corner. He practices in the morning before work. He practices in the morning before work.
他上班前的早上会练习。
He practices in the morning before work. He practices in the morning before work. She practices at night after dinner. She practices at night after dinner.
他晚餐后会练习。
She practices at night after dinner. She practices at night after dinner. I ask, what is the first step? I ask, what is the first step?
我问，第一步是什么？
I ask, what is the first step? I ask, what is the first step? We plan the next lesson together. We plan the next lesson together.
我们一起规划下一堂课。
We plan the next lesson together. We plan the next lesson together. He keeps lessons short and focused. He keeps lessons short and focused.
他把课程安排得短而专注。
He keeps lessons short and focused. He keeps lessons short and focused. She tracks time spent on practice. She tracks time spent on practice.
他追踪自己花在练习上的时间。
She tracks time spent on practice. She tracks time spent on practice. I find joy in learning new things. I find joy in learning new things.
我在学新东西中找到乐趣。
I find joy in learning new things. I find joy in learning new things. We share resources with friends. We share resources with friends.
我们把资源分享给朋友。
We share resources with friends. We share resources with friends. He reviews notes at the end of the day. He reviews notes at the end of the day.
他在一天结束时复习笔记。
He reviews notes at the end of the day. He reviews notes at the end of the day. She practices with simple drills. She practices with simple drills.
他做简单的练习。
She practices with simple drills. She practices with simple drills. I try to teach what I learned. I try to teach what I learned.
我试着把我学到的教出去。
I try to teach what I learned. I try to teach what I learned. We use a timer to stay on task. We use a timer to stay on task.
我们用计时器来维持专注于任务。
We use a timer to stay on task. We use a timer to stay on task.
感谢观看，订阅我们的频道并开启通知，及时获取新视频，持续你的英语学习之旅。